Hi, welcome to the channel. I'm Tina, and today's video we're going to do what you need to clear out, what you need to cleanse, or what you need to release. So I've got what decks have I got in front of me? Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck, and this is a deck that I personally created. So this one's called, and it already fallen out, Alice's Dream. So we're going down the rabbit hole with Alice. So I was thinking of creating some video content on how to create your own decks for all levels. So if that's something that would interest you, you can say so. I'll probably, it's doing all the setup and everything, how to do that. But we're going to get on with, you know, release, bring clarity, what we need to shift in our energies. So we're going to do two groups, so group A or group B, and we're going to get straight into group A. So what does group A need to release or shift? They need to, so we have, I am under no obligation to make sense to you. Okay, and the next one is, change is a weird and wonderful thing. So I would say that the first one there is saying that you do not need to people please. You are not going to please everybody. You need to shift this mentality of maybe the feeling like you have to be a certain way or a certain person to achieve something or succeed in some sort of way or get what you want. You need to be true to yourself. So it's like, I'm under no obligation to make sense to you. Be who you are, be your wonderful weird self, as in the Alice world. It's saying to you to cleanse that energy of feeling like you need to say yes to anything, or you feel like you have to be a certain way in order to be part of the tribe, as it were. Or maybe you suffer with imposter syndrome, what is it called? So feeling like you're an imposter, or it's all that kind of stuff like that. But you feel need to kind of get into that healing of that you are enough. I am enough. Who I am is enough. Okay. Also, the second message from that is that it could be that somebody is trying to come in and say that's not the way to do things. Why are you doing that? That doesn't make sense. Now take what resonates and leave the rest. But it could be, it's that energy of someone coming in and trying to push in their agenda or how they do things, or you know, that kind of feeling, and you're like really saying, stand in your ground and saying, actually, I'm good as I am, this is the way I do things. Change is a weird and wonderful thing, so it means like embracing the change, embracing what's going to come, and letting go of the old. Something's coming in, it's a bit of a whirlwind, a change, but it's going to be really good. A weird and wonderful change is coming in. So let's see what else coming in. See that I have this is my original. So what I do is I print from, this is my original, all handmade and everything, and then I print the deck for when people buy it. So that's why it's not got its backing on. And they are being very, very energetic today, let's say. They're jumping. So we have, do you suppose she's a wildflower? It's that energy of, again, it's that energy again of somebody looking in and trying to understand your world, or you're trying to understand where you're at the moment and you need to be free to who you are. Now, freedom is a weird word in its sense, because it means so many things to various people. It's a variable word to what it is. The same as success is different to the next person. What I think of success might be very, very different from the next person. So do you suppose she's a wildflower? That is being true to yourself. Again, the second message of being true to who you are. You're a beautiful wildflower, being true to that self as you walk forward. So let's see if I might grab another deck. We'll see what decks are close at hand. I've got quite a few, but we're going to do the this is the Alice in Wonderland Oracle deck by Lucy Cavendish. So group A, that one wanted to come. Impossible things. Working through disbelief, imaginary leaps and fresh perspective. This is that understanding of that you can be more by just being you. You are enough is definitely the feeling that I get. This is a magical feeling of trusting the universe, trusting your path and your own gut instinct and where you're at the moment, and trusting that, you know, the path is coming out to you. It is talking to you. Your higher self is talking to you. Clock time. Time pressure in a rush. That could be feeling that you are feeling pressure in some kind of way. You're feeling burden, or you're feeling like you have to do something just to be where you're at. And it's saying release that, let go of that, cleanse that. And then we have messages for a rabbit, service to the animal world. So the animal world often will show you compassion, unconditional love. You can learn so much from the animal world by, you know, or even my daughter saw something on the TV before, which was yoga, puppy yoga, and she was like, I want to go to puppy yoga. And I like seeing that, you know, having time with animals and playing, and I just feel like it's something therapeutic about it. You may not be an animal person and you might find something else that's therapeutic to you, but I think that what I'm feeling is finding something therapeutic, an outlet, a release. So let's have a look. One more card for group A. Oh, it just flipped out again. Messages for a rabbit. I would say that, you know, a rabbit there is a sense of abundance, and they are a sense of moving quite fastly when they need to. So it is about that balance of making sure that you're not moving because you are in fear of a reaction. You're moving forward because you're embracing something and you're moving forward for yourself, is the message there, what I'm sensing when I'm looking at the rabbit. And the rabbit also symbolises fertility and abundance and growth and new ideas. It's like grasping something and saying you're grabbing hold of that new energy. You're releasing that energy of saying, you know, you need to people please, or you need to be a certain way, or now do take what resonates. It's not going to go for everybody, but that's the overwhelming sense that I get of this. It's like that cleansing of needing to say that I am good enough as I am is the message that I get through. So that has been group A. I nearly said group 1. Thank you so much for watching, liking and subscribing, and I shall see you next time when we're going to jump into group B. So let's go into what messages we're getting for group B. Now this is the deck that I've created called Alice's Dream. So I do sell these decks, but I think I might actually create some videos on how to make some oracle cards, your own oracle cards. Oh. So group B, first thing that came out is know what is good for you. So it's the drink and eat me. But it could be that you are knowing that you're doing something that is not particularly good for you, and you now need to release that. And I could think that that definitely is a message from me. I definitely know that I'm doing stuff that isn't, know what's good for you, know that what brings you in, what's good for you, what's good for your mental health, what's good for your body, what's good for your, you know, your career, what's good for your overall life. You know what you should be doing. You know, bringing things into your life that make you feel good. Is it a more desire? Is it more positive? Does it outweigh any negative? You know, that type of thing. So it's like feeling, know what's good for you, is that looking at what's good for you at the moment and doing more of it, or bringing something in that you know, and try. So group B, just group B needing to cleanse, release. This deck today has literally wanted to fly. The energy of it has wanted to fly all over the place. Group B. Okay, felt like I had to get the top one. Surround yourself with people that make your heart smile. So as I was just saying to there, that surrounding yourself, I mean, that's more activities. The first message was surround yourself by doing things that make you feel good, that you know that you should be doing, and release those things that you know that you shouldn't be doing. And we all do them. I'm a chocoholic. I know I shouldn't eat as much as I do. I know, I'm working on it. But surrounding yourself with people, situations that make your heart smile. This is surrounding yourself with a positive energy rather than a negative. Now, I'm not saying that you shouldn't be going around those people. You always have people in your life that, and they're there, you know, you can't simply just get rid of everybody that's negative, but surrounding yourself more so with positive situations, positive people, and weighing it up as best as you can. But definitely this second message of, first one is surround yourself with things that you know that is good for you. You know, hobbies, going for you know, treatments, maybe treating yourself, or nice walks in you know, in nature, whatever it is. And this one's surrounding yourself with lovely people. Let's have a look. Let's bring one card out. Oh, that wanted to flip on there, didn't it? Mistakes can lead to some wonderful adventures. So it's like feeling like, you know, that sometimes we think, uh-oh, that didn't go correct, that wasn't what I wanted to happen. The feeling that you get, like, you know, when the mistakes have happened or something's not gone quite right. But actually what happens is it leads you down the path that you were meant to go down. It leads you down a different way. You haven't chosen something. Spirit are telling me that to say, there isn't a missed opportunity. You haven't missed your opportunity. You are leading yourself on the right path. We're on Alice here, but then I can see the yellow brick road, so we've jumped over to a different energy there with yellow brick road. But it's like you are definitely feeling that energy. Now, mistakes can lead to some wonderful adventures. It's like something's not gone right, but you are definitely it's still leading you on to a different path, and a lovely path that it is. There is no missed opportunity. The right way. Learning to create what you desire. I think this is definitely a big message for Group B. It's like you're surrounding yourself with people, surrounding yourself with what you do in daily life. You're going the right way. Learning to create what you desire. Learning to bring in those things that you want, that, you know, you're at the top of the agenda of what you want. and letting go of what you don't. Group B, you need to bring in, release, clarify. That one there. Keeping up, immense effort, advance. So there's two messages with that. It could mean that you are putting too much pressure on yourself, too much things going on, too many stirrings of pots and at the same time, and you need to kind of bring yourself into some sort of alignment and focus on one at a time. And the other one is that there's something coming up where you need to put a little more effort into it, a little bit more. I'm hearing the word training, so for some of you that could be that you're learning something new, that you're having training in some kind of way, or you're just learning something new, and it would take you to the peak, take you over the top of where you need to be in the next phase of life. But that can learn in lots of, for some reason they've just shown me baking, Spirit just showed me baking, so it could be, you know, the next phase of life, and then I've just been shown baking, which is comfort. And so I've just created a baking deck, but it's a digital deck, but it feels like, you know, there's lots of messages in there, but what I'm being shown is that feeling of warmth, that feeling of, you know, when you create something for everybody else, that you don't tend to make a big massive cake for yourself. You tend to make the cake and then spread it out and share it. That's the feeling of it. It's a feeling that you are creating something to share, creating something for warmth. Now take what resonates. That just leapt on my knee. It's always tea time. Eternity, endless moment, and repetition. I can feel like you're going around in circles. She looks a bit fed up, doesn't she, Alice, there? Bit fed up. Eternity, endless moment, repetition. Yeah, it feels maybe there is something to break here. There's a cycle, there is a pattern that you can recognise that you need to break. Or maybe you need to think about what is the pattern that's coming up for you. Why do you always seem to go around and hit a certain point in your life and think, why am I here again? Or why is this similar situation happening? So I would say maybe there's something into tapping in to why relationships, maybe that you're drawing in the same kind of relationships, maybe you're drawing in the same kind of energies in some sort of way, and what's the pattern. Now most of the time why we draw in certain energies is from something that's happened as a child. A lot of the times the child has took that in, and the subconscious has took it in subconscious mind has took it in as something that we want to keep. And maybe that's just flipped out again as I was just doing it, bringing out another one. So as I'm talking about that, there is something there to let go of, but it feels like it's within the child's mind. So it could be that you need to look at patterns that happened as a child and see what there is to heal around that. Now only take what resonates. It's not going to align with everybody, but that's the message I've got when I keep coming with this. Shine bright like a candle. That's such a lovely image, isn't it? So lovely. I know she looks a bit solemn, but most of them she looks a bit solemn in this deck. Shine bright like a diamond, you will make it through this. It's saying you are already, you know, you're going to do this. There's breakthroughs happening, there's clarity coming in, there's some patterns or some circle type of things going around maybe, and you need to break them. You need to have a look at them and gain some insights where they come from, perhaps. How you are going around in circles, how you are maybe drawing in the same situations or people. I just had to bring out the top one there. You already have the answers within. Like I was saying, I think some of this where maybe you're feeling stuck, frustrated, maybe you feel like, you know, you need to shift some energy in you, comes from within. It comes from the child within. So you know, something that you've taken in as a child. It doesn't have to be massively traumatic, it doesn't work like that. The child takes in so much in, they take it in, and then they think, and then it comes out as a adult in some kind of way. So I would look at, you know, anything that's happened as a child that comes to mind quite quickly to you, and think, ah, yeah. So for example, when I was a child, I can't remember how old I was, in primary school, early school, and I have dyslexia, which was only discovered when I was 15 years old. But so sometimes I would have blocks on how to spell certain words. I would just, you know, the mind would just go, right, that's gone. Even though within, you know, the next hour I would remember it. So I went to the teacher and asked her how to spell this word, quite a simple word, but I was really young, and this is how, even today, I will literally just block out. And she announced to the whole class that I couldn't spell this word. I went home in tears. I was crying my eyes out because she'd embarrassed me in front of the whole class by announcing this. Now this is not this massive trauma, is it? It's not this massive thing, but I could carry it on into adulthood, and this would trigger something in me of maybe trust, or somebody in authority isn't worth trusting. It could come out in many different ways, but it's an example of something that wasn't a massive trauma, but it could affect and create a pattern within my life. So I hope that story helps you understand where it can be something quite small, or it can be something quite big where you're creating patterns and you need to now cleanse and heal and take that away. Okay, that has been it for this video. Thank you for watching, popping by, liking and subscribing, and I shall see you next time. Bye.